Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second week of the IE398. This is the seminar class for the PhD program in Industrial Engineering at Papua University. Today, we have one nice speaker. Okay, she's my senior at NCUST. Okay, Dr. Reddy is here. Yay!
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Reddy will deliver her presentation, and then the title is Learning Management System in Business Perspective. But before that, let me introduce about her first. Dr. Rainey took her Bachelor of Science in Information System from Institute Technologies 10 November or ITS in Indonesia. She earned master's and doctoral degrees from the Department of Industrial Management, National Taiwan University of Science and Technology. Dr. Rainey has a wide range of behavioral research interests such as consumer behavior, organizational behavior, behavioral science, and business behavior. She published 24 Scopus Index, but now it's actually 25, adding one more with Scopus H Index of 8. Wow, that's really nice, Dr. Rainey. Okay, so Dr. Rainey, how many PhD students you have so far at the ITS?
My activity, I think how many? Three PhD students under my supervision.
Wow,
Yeah.
they must be very lucky to have a
But they are not. I think they are also the professionals, so they work for the companies. So
Oh,
they
I
are
see.
not. Not
Not
students.
academicians. You
As
mean like academicians?
Yes,
Like
not
yeah, okay.
academicians.
So they're
Yeah.
professionals. Okay, but even so, they're so lucky to be under you. They must be like a happy, doctor.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, okay,
Not the
okay,
hopefully.
okay. Dr.
Okay.
Rainey, I know you're very expert in the learning management system. So enjoy your time.
Uh, Okay, thank you, Dr. Yogi. So, okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Yogi, students here and audience. So first, I would like to say thank you so much for inviting me, for providing me this opportunity to share my knowledge and research experience for this class, yeah, this seminar for doctoral program. It is nice to see all of you guys. Hopefully, my presentations will give you some additional insights about the research, specifically in the learning management system research. So, in these occasions, I will deliver the topic entitled Learning Management System in Research Perspective. Okay, I think that I don't want to read this anymore since Dr. Yati already showed to all of you. But as you can see here, can anyone
Wow, I
recognize
was
who
still
is in
very
this
thin.
photo?
I was very
Yeah,
thin. When was that?
yeah. So you still remember this event, right? This moment. I think this is when Ilma's birthday. Yeah, I believe
Oh, Dr. Ila's
for
birthday.
this
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Ilma's birthday. So yeah, as written in this profile, that Ami and Yogi are the same alumni from National Taiwan University of Science and Technology. So this is one of our sharing moments, yeah, at that time when we are the PhD students here. And yeah, actually, my research is a talk about the consumer behavior. Yeah, and then I also have many research regarding the topic, specifically in the e-learning, in the learning management system, and some of them from the environmental aspect. And some of my current research are the collaborations, collaborations with Dr. Yogi and some of the faculty members and also students, the students from the MEPA University. And I think that one of our collaboration research also will show in these occasions. Okay, so I will start with the outline. So this is the outline that I will share with all of you. So I will start with the definitions of the learning management system or LMS itself. And then I will continue with the trends. What are the trends on the learning management system in the perspective of general, not really in the academic, but hopefully after I show you the examples of our research in learning management system, you can get some insight what are the opportunity to be more explored in the futures, yeah, in the research context here. Okay, so I will start with the definitions of learning management system. I think everyone already know about what is learning management system or LMS. Basically, this is the platform, right? Yeah. This is the platform, the concept that emerged directly from the e-learning concept, yeah, this learning management system. And these LMS or learning management system were designed to identify the training process activities and the learning gaps, yeah, between the training and learning gaps by using some analytical data and the reported activities. So this LMS usually focus on the online learning delivery, but also it supports the range of use such as the platform for the online content, including the courses that you also use on your e-learning platform, both asynchronous and synchronous phase. I think this LMS already support these two method for conducting the learning and teaching methods. And in the higher educations, I think that this LMS or learning management system offer the classroom management activities for the instructor-led training or for the classroom users. And this also delivers and manage all types of the contents, including the videos, the courses, the documents, okay? And in the, if you can see, yeah, in the educations and the market of higher educations, I think this LMS will include many functionality that similar also to be applied on the corporate scope, yeah. And let's see, in the corporate, they will have some features, yeah, such as the rubrics or perhaps the instructor-specific learning size as a discussion board, or even they also apply some syllabus for the training or workshops needs inside the company. And of course, this LMS will support the teachers, will help the teachers, the instructor to control which content, yeah, the student can access, or also can help the students as well as the instructor to track their study progress, yeah. And then to enhance the collaborations and the communications between the students and the instructors with the teachers here. So from this LMS, from these definitions, I think you also familiar with this example of LMS platform. I think this is the one, yeah, the one that mostly used by many professionals. Yeah, Moodle. Moodle is the basic and well-known LMS platform. And from the other one is the Blackboard. Yeah, Blackboard and Moodle. I have this experience during my postgraduate program when in NUST. But at that time, for this Blackboard learning system, I have difficulties to use since the language that is used as the user interface is still on Chinese, on Mandarin. So and for me that don't understand how to read the Chinese characters, I think we just follow the right visualizations, which one is the materials that we can download, or we just go through the directly for the title of the resources or course materials without exploring further the features of the Blackboard. But since this Blackboard is the commercial product, I think it is also customized for its university or its organizations that they use this as their learning management system. As well as for this Moodle, yeah, Moodle is the open source platform, so I believe that this platform could be customized by its organizations. They can add some plugins. They can uh, they can modify by providing several features and tools that could support and enhance the collaboration process and the communication process between the lecturer and the students. Not only uploading the materials, but from this Moodle platform as the e-learning platform in my campus, in my university, we can conduct the online meeting. Yeah, we can uh, combine with the other online teleconference platforms such as Zoom or Microsoft Teams or Google Meets. Yeah, by providing or by linking the link onto the Zoom. But in my university, our our LMS platform, basically based on this Moodle, they already provide the Zoom feature. So we just can just create the Zoom, click the Zoom icon, and create the meeting uh, as we want. Yeah, what time and how long. It depends on the subscriptions from your university to this company. Since if we use the basic features of Zoom for free, I think it has some limitations, right? Including the number of the participants and the durations of the meetings itself. And the other platforms, I think this Canvas, yeah, Canvas LMS system platform, perhaps is popular in the US and some of the European countries, yeah. But I think for the East Asians, the Blackboard and Moodle base are more popular compared to this Canvas. And we also have the other examples such as Google Classroom. Yeah, even though Google Classroom is not the standalone learning management system, it is combined with the other features or the components, yeah, in order to provide the online learning functions in here. And also nowadays we also have some platform to support the massive open online course, right? MOOC. If you see the sites of the website of course Coursera, yeah, and also Course Hero, or I think many, yeah, many MOOC platforms also evolving in recent times, yeah, especially when the pandemic outbreak. Okay, and why this LMS is important, especially for supporting the learning and teaching process. Yeah, we can get these advantages from the LMS itself, such as the first one, uh, by implementing or by using this LMS as our media to support the learning and teaching process, it can help to make the students become self-learners. Yeah, so they don't only tend to the speech from the teachers, from the lecturer during the offline, but they also can explore, can download, or can utilize all the materials that is provided on the LMS. And then it also will increase the engagement and collaborative tools for personalized learning. I mean that the tools that is provided on the LMS platform, I think they are already designed for the personalized functions or personalized needs for certain organizations or for certain users. And this LMS can also overcome the physical boundaries for a broad reach. Yeah, I think this is the main functions, yeah, from the existence of this LMS platform. Since before, if we only focus on the physical meetings to conduct the learning and teaching activities, but now I think the borders will not be the constraint anymore. We can still have the learning and teaching activities through different area, through different times, through different time and through different locations, yeah, virtually and simultaneously here. And then this LMS also helps to stay connected while delivering the remote instructions. And the other two benefits that we can get from LMS is there is uninterrupted learning through the 24 hours mobile connections or access, and then it has the centralized location to course materials with easy access. But also this access is adjusted, yeah, according to the needs for the lectures and the role, yeah, it depending, yeah, depends on the roles. I think certain roles has certain access, uh, and I believe that like for students they also have the limited access for certain materials or features in the classroom. They couldn't edit, but they only can submit, for instance, or to upload something, yeah, through this platform. And how about the trends on learning management system? Yeah, actually, this LMS that is inspired by the e-learning platform or e-learning technology is evolving rapidly, especially during this pandemic. Yeah, this COVID-19 outbreak seasons, that we see that learning management system have massive growth in the usage due to the emphasis on remote learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. And there were also new technologies and social realities that predetermine the ways in which the sector is going to change. So the developments over the course have fueled growth and led to the transformative LMS trends. Yeah, let's see how these LMS in the transformations of the LMS in various forms of the platform. In here, you can see in these pictures. I think this is not relevant if we say this as the future of the learning, since we already face this, or we already use this form. Yeah. Uh, uh, Nowadays, I think starting from perhaps 3 or 4 years later, yeah. Sorry, this 3 or 4 years recently, we have known about this MOOC, Massive Open Online Course, that is broadly used by professional, by institutions, by the universities, by academicians to allow the millions of people to take the same course at once from anywhere in the world. But in usually for this MOOC, they are commercialized, yeah. And students who want to take this one, they need to pay some money, yeah, to get involved in this, or to get the access for this MOOC. But I think this is the latest form about the online learning or distance learning by using the latest technology, massive open online courses. So this is usually open for everyone, not only restricted for the internal stakeholders, or we see that for the limited campus students, but we open this for everyone who wants to join or who wants to get some certifications by joining this MOOC. And we also have the gamifications. Yeah, these gamifications to usually is used to make the interactive performance for the learning and teaching in the distance learning or in virtual. Yeah, so we use some additional platform or applications, yeah, such as the Kahoot to do the quiz, or we use the quizzes, yeah, to support the quiz, or we also can use the Miro apps to have the brainstorming, yeah, to have the brainstorming virtually with the other participants. And these gamifications will include the games, the challenge, and interactive elements, as well as the opportunities to develop the strategies and the concept. And they also will provide the immediate feedback and the characteristics with distinct personalities. I think these nowadays not only in the higher educations but also in the for instance in the senior high school, junior high school, or even for the online tutoring, they already use this gamification concept to make the content becomes more interactive and fun. And then they also mobile learning, but this mobile learning, the learning objects, yeah, will become accessible through the mobile device. It only differentiates yet by the device that can be used to access the learning materials or the course materials. So the interface of the learning management system is a fit in the mobile visualizations, yeah, mobile access, not only for the huge visualizations through the laptop or through the computer, but it can also clearly read and access by using the mobile device. And there is also the social learning, which includes the social media as the additional platform or additional features, yeah, to integrate the learning environment such as Facebook that is used to provide the materials or intersection activities such. I think that this Facebook chat, yeah, or Facebook message is used by several faculty members and students in Malpo University to create the discussions between the advisors and some students. I believe, as I see from Dr. Satria, when he has conversations with his doctoral students and master students coming from Papua. I
What
don't
about
know,
you?
perhaps
What about you, Dr. Annie?
for me, I use WhatsApp.
Oh, you use
But WhatsApp is
WhatsApp.
also the yeah, WhatsApp also a kind of social media, right?
Yeah, it's a
Perhaps
social media.
in Indonesia we are already familiar with WhatsApps in terms
Yeah.
instead of using Facebook for the yeah, for the needs of it is
Yes.
academic kids.
But in the
Okay.
Philippines, fiber is
Yeah.
actually fiber is actually very booming.
Oh,
But in
okay,
Taiwan or
fiber.
in Thailand,
Line.
line. People don't use
Yeah.
people don't
Yeah.
use So
Don't
that's
use
why
WhatsApp. Yeah, I think
yeah
it is
okay
according to the culture. Yeah.
it's very
This
interesting
one, this
actually.
social
Yeah,
media.
yeah,
Yes,
it's very
this
interesting.
social
But
media.
nowadays, when some of my master students chatted with me, they all
Mm.
just use fiber. But if I they just use fiber. But if I deal with my colleagues or like my professor in
Mm.
Taiwan, we use line. So
Mm.
I mean, it's very
Yeah, so we need to install many apps, right? Many social
yes, we have
media
to
apps,
install. So so
and to
those
maintain the
yeah,
communications too.
to maintain the communication. Anyway, Dr. Andy,
Okay.
ITS use Blackboard or
Yeah,
Moodle?
the Moodle base. Actually, our IT teams develop customize this Moodle
Oh,
onto
because
our
it's
interface
free.
flow. Yeah, this is customizable, right?
Yes,
And
customizable.
we yeah, they create and design our own design. So I think the the interface is more familiar compared to our Blackboard during at the NTUST during our postgrad
Yeah.
school. Yeah, I think and it's very familiar and it's easy to use for us as lecturer as well as for students to access
So you use
the
Moodle
content.
in
Yes,
ITS.
Moodle as the learning
Oh,
management system.
okay. We use Blackboard and then now we changed it to Blackboard Ultra, which I think
Oh, okay. What's the difference with the basic feature of Blackboard?
oh
It is it
it's
different, very
yeah.
different with the Blackboard that on our campus, on
I
our
don't know.
Taiwan campus?
For me it's ultra difficult.
Oh, ultra difficult. Oh,
No,
perhaps you
I
need
mean
to conduct the research about the ease of use.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to. I really want to do that, but
Usability
when it's
testing.
yeah,
Okay.
I will do that, but with face to face. But I will use any kind of like the human computer interaction study like
Yes.
yeah, accuracy, the
I think this
movement
is also
time, yeah, using
interesting.
the Fitts law
Yeah.
and so on. But the thing is like the problem is the previous one, I mean, we know in Ergo, we study bottom up and then top down. So
Hmm.
top down is actually the thing that we
Information
want.
processing, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. We actually want it top down, but there are so many things that actually in Blackboard Interactive is actually bottom up. For instance, I need to watch the I say the recorded video, how to do this, how to
Yeah.
do that. I mean, I mean in ergo perspective it's bad, when it's actually for example when we drive a car, right? When we drive a car,
Hmm.
we for example you change from Toyota to change from other things, it's fine, we know it's basically it's the top down process, but when it's everything
Hmm.
is bottom up, I feel like oh, I have to watch this. Oh, it's somehow difficult for me, so okay.
But that's interesting topic that you can yeah, you can explore more for your
Now
future research
I'll do that.
with different perspective.
Okay, Tatre, you can continue. Sorry for interrupt.
Okay. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, for the social learning, I think the social media that exists on the web or on our environment, social environment, could be also used as the information resource. Yeah, that like students can use this YouTube, for instance, to get the additional materials from the other speakers from the other company, for instance. I usually use this YouTube to provide some insights, yeah, additional insight for my students. So I just share the link from the YouTube so they can watch the video and make some summary what they get from the video contents. Yeah, I think we also can get so many materials for the learning process and for the educations from the YouTube platform. And then it is also used for the personalizations in LMS platforms that in here the teachers and educators will implement the more personalized approach to teach and to train based on their individuals' unique competencies and learning preferences. I think this also the challenge. I think this personalization is still under development. I don't know for this one, but uh, as my experience by using the Moodle LMS, I still don't see these personalizations features. And the wearable learning here, we can use or utilize other technologies such as in here Google Class or other wearable text device that could rapidly permit the learning environments. Yeah, to make the interactive communications. Yeah, I don't know. And how about the other trends? Yeah, I think this is coming from the latest source here. So this LMS, I believe by the growth, the growth of this LMS in the market after the pandemic or during the pandemic, and by looking at the big data analysis growth, I think through the examinations, by examining the large volumes of the data, the e-learning companies or the learning management companies can maybe uncover the pattern or the trends and the preference, as in here, the preference from the personalizations that are valid among the target audience. So the use of such complex analytical technologies or e-learning service providers, can come up with the high accurate predictive models and statistical algorithms. So in this big data analysis, this will put the good use to enhance the product related outcomes, specifically for personalizations and for the preference, the individual preference of the target audience or the targeted users. And then there is also the micro learning LMS. I think these terms are micro learnings. This is new, in this technology development. This micro learning allows someone to acquire this knowledge or very specific skill within a very short period of time. So when it is done, so they can move on to another learning opportunity. So not only talking about the broad understanding or broad learning perspective, but this talk about the specific skill. And then the new technologies augmenting LMS and the e-learning experience. I think this is also interesting. Such since we in our experience that there are so many comments about how this LMS platform can accommodate or can facilitate the needs of academics for especially for the experiments, like in the machine experiment, how to conduct, how to create the machine or how to test the machines or some difficult activities, learning activities that is not accommodated by just only the online communications or online interactivity. So I think this technology of augmented technology and the virtual reality, will be helpful for the LMS developments, since this one is the simplest technology to adopt and it will allow the additional informations, on the real world views and the events or elements in some the real words. So perhaps this augmented technology or virtual reality will help to create the whole new world for the learner to enjoy and immerse themselves in benefiting from the educational content, especially for supporting the needs for experiment, physical experiment for the construction engineering or for the mechanical engineering or the other things. Perhaps it will be beneficial. And then the last one is user generated contents. I think the LMS also needs this generated content, since the learning environments are becoming more open nowadays and become more receptive than ever before. So the input from the learner themselves can be utilized effectively to fine-tune the functionalities and enhance the product in the way how the software developers, would have to conceive their own. And the people will always be more open to engage with e-learning platforms and the environment that they are to are directional, have the directional communications with it. Okay, so these are brief introductions about the LMS, the trends, the features of this LMS.
May I
So
ask?
now, yeah, sure.
But it's a little bit private, but it's okay,
Hmm.
uh, in for your PhD students usually go to which
Mm.
direction? I'm just
Yeah, my PhD students actually since they are in a management perspective, yeah. So I think by using these basic LMS features, it is still enough for them to have the collaborations.
okay.
Dr. Yogi, what do you mean about the directions here?
Uh, for example, like
Perhaps
for
I missed
example,
something. Hmm.
yeah, for example, for example, like my advisor, Dr. Jolin, he always, he, I mean, he's doing so many things with the Google Glass, HMD, and so on, right? He
Oh,
tried,
okay.
yeah, he
Hmm.
tried
Hmm.
to integrate in that direction. Okay, some professors actually they interested in the gamification,
Okay.
and yeah, in the gamification. It's just a personal question. What about your PhD students? The
Oh, my
acceptance
PhD
or
student.
the when it comes to the learning management system, because nowadays I also would like to ask I would like to say, how is it that new research direction.
New research directions about the yeah I think yeah most of the research that available on the journal mostly talk about the students perspective, not from the lecturer perspective. I
Oh
think this is
yes, that's true.
also the opportunity, the prospect for the future research, since we know that not only the students have the difficulties or the complexity when they access for certain learning management system platform, but we as the lecturer, as the
Yes, we have
instructors also
problem.
have the same things and we have the same issue. So
Yeah,
why don't they measure our perspective, our
good, good.
experience by using this one? Yeah, and but
Arpinong,
the challenge,
Arpinong, when will you create the paper? Next week? Is
yeah.
it possible?
From the instructor's perspective, I think it's also
And then you have,
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Dr.
But
Remy,
you
do you want?
yeah.
Let's
After
create.
after you had the dissertations.
Hey,
Okay.
all of us, can you see? It's already how many? 17, right? 17 participants. You
Yeah.
can get for 17.
Yeah. And but in as I know, why perhaps yeah why there is the difficulties in conducting the research that include the instructor as the subjects, as the respondents. Usually the instructors are lazy to respond or to involve in our research, yeah. That's why perhaps like our instructors, our lecturers are already busy with their academic things, with their academics job, with academics work. So they always, I don't have time to fill your questionnaire. I don't have time to involve in your research. Yeah, that's the challenge in my environment. Yeah, in my academic environment. But if there is the possibility in Philippines, especially in Mapua, for instance, yeah, I think this is also a good opportunity to explore the instructor perspective when they use certain learning management system. Perhaps you can explore about
If
the
you know if the
self-determinations.
instructor if the
Mm.
instructor they don't answer, salary cut.
Yeah, salary cut, but in the regular, no, this is not state under regulations, academic regulations. That's why they feel like, oh, later if I have more time, so I'm busy now, so I don't have time to help you to fill your questionnaire or to be interviewed by you, right, for your research. Yeah, that's the challenge in my environment, yeah, in my campus. That's why, but I think if this is possible, I think it's also interesting when we can reveal the perspective on the from the instructors, from the lecturers, from the teachers.
Agree. It's very rare. It's rare, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah,
When you see it, yeah.
most of
that topic.
the research talks about the e-learning and learning management coming from the student's
Yes.
perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, can I continue to the next
Okay.
slide,
So
Dr. Yogi?
for all the audiences in here, anything, any issues? We have so many issues, you know, we can talk. All of us are faculty, so we can discuss. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Ma'am Gumasing, any issues? Ma'am
Already understand.
Gumasing?
Okay, it's okay.
I think yeah, or Maela, you have no, or let me ask the
Perhaps
Yoshiki
after,
Kurata.
yeah.
Yoshiki, may I ask?
Yes, sir.
In UST, you use what? In UST,
Blackboard.
Blackboard,
Yes, sir.
Blackboard.
the Ultra or the old one?
We have that option.
Yes, we do have options of if we use Ultra or the classic.
Yeah.
Same.
The
And then
classic one. Oh.
okay. So which one you prefer, Ultra or
So
Classic?
mm,
Classic.
For me, sir, it depends on the course. It depends on the subject. If
Can you
the subject,
okay?
if the subject is if you give exams, for example, I prefer the classic one. But if it's more of a submission or more of just submitting, their outputs, I prefer the Ultra.
Really? Oh, okay.
they have different features
Different.
that's
Yes,
provided for the student's perspective.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Later, you may open Dr. Satria's Blackboard.
Okay.
Dr.
Sure.
Satria is here, so you can try actually, Dr. Eddie. Perhaps you will know what I am talking about.
Yeah. Sure, Dr. Yogi. After these sessions, perhaps I will
You-
go.
Yeah, you
for
can
the
switch.
paper.
You can switch the Ultra or the classic one actually. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we can continue. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I will continue for the research. Yeah. I will go further for the research example from our research papers. So one of this paper will come from our collaborations, Dr. Yogi, with your students, Arfin, Arfin, Sir Arfin here. Okay. So I will start with with our first publications. Actually, this is too small, but perhaps I will show the big pictures first from our findings that is published in this journal, and then I will show you the real the manuscript, the paper itself, in order to get the more detailed contents from this one. So this is our publications paper in International Journal of Emerging Technologies in Learning in the 2019. So about 2 years ago, and the the title is Understanding the Gen Z Behavior on the learning here, distance learning, by utilizing the UTAUT approach or UTAUT model. I think this model you are familiar, especially when you have experience conducting the research of the technology acceptance. Yeah. So basically, this research explore how the young people maximize their potential in learning based on their generations. So why we use these generations as the subjects, since they are the considered as the generations that is still in the high school and the college educations, at that time, which made them as the dominant generations that is affected by the Internet of Things, of the use of the internet. And this research is conducted to minimize the gap between Gen X and the Y generations as the teacher or the content providers, and the Gen Z as the students or the users of the subjects. And we use the UTAUT, Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology model, to measure their perceptions, and we got a total 150 respondents from the from the Gen Z respondent, and the results of that most of the measure variables have the significant and positive correlations. And the dominant factors, which is the facilitating conditions, is the most dominated factor that affect the Gen Z behavior intentions. So this research we conduct on 2019, I think prior to the pandemic, so before the COVID-19 pandemic, so not as massive use of the e-learning platform. E-learning at that time only used as the basic supplementary methods or media for the learning and teaching process, but not used as the important or the urgent needs, yeah, in the learning and teaching system. So we conduct these four hypotheses. So we use these five variables, which is the performance expectancy, inward expectancy, social influence, facilitating conditions, and the behavior intentions. And this is our research model. And then how about the methodology? Um, of course, we conduct the survey, yeah, by identifying and measuring the demographic, starting from the age or the campus, the media of distance learning that they use, and we apply the five Likert scale questions with 13 indicators to explore or to measure the latent variables that we want to measure in this model. And we apply the structural equation model and the SEM, yeah, to for these model explorations. And then here we got uh, I think this is the standard, yeah, the standard statistical method or statistical rule of thumb that is that needs to be obtained, such as this one. These are the rule of thumb if you conduct this SEM research, yeah, research, if you conduct a survey to obtain the data. So you need to, it is a must that you need to get this loading value, the loading factor loading value, minimum 0.7, the Cronbach alpha, minimum 0.7, the composite availability, the average variance extracted above the zero. These are the rule of thumb that you can easily get from the reference, yeah, from the reference, especially from the structural equation modeling reference. And the model validity, after we conduct the validity measurements, we know that the value meets the minimum requirement or the minimum threshold, which is 0.8. Okay, and then this is the result from our four hypotheses. I think what we can say from this one, that the result from this hypothesis show that our respondent, our subjects in here, the Gen Z intentions to do the digital learning is strongly affected by the facility and resources needs to the digital learning itself. And the facility and resource factors could equate to how easy the system is, and at what level the Gen Z understand the digital learning system. Perhaps I will show you the papers from this one for the more details. So let me, can I stop share, Dr.
Yeah,
Yogi,
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes,
I
sure, sure,
will,
sure, sure.
okay,
Yeah,
let me
stop
stop
share.
share first here.
Wow,
Um,
2019, your target generation Z.
2019,
Yeah,
2 years ago.
yeah. It's it's quite fast, you know, to
Yeah, before learning management or
yes,
e-learning
yes,
becomes popular, yeah,
yes,
during
yes,
the
yes,
pandemic.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay. And the next one, perhaps you do the next generation alpha, your baby. You ask
My
question,
baby.
baby, yeah,
but
baby, little
uh,
scale.
but my baby couldn't access for learning management, specific learning management platform.
I mean,
They
especially
only
for
access for
yeah.
the game, YouTube. Yeah, this is his favorite
I
YouTube
mean, I
channel.
cannot even yeah, the same thing with my nephews, you know, in here when I ask, hey, you know,
Uh,
during the pandemic, third grade four, now grade four,
mm,
elementary, you know, and then up to here, and then, hey, how you study, you know, in the school, you know, like, oh, I don't study during the 1 year, it's just YouTubing, you know, and then now in grade four, and then I ask the simple mathematics questions usually at the
mm.
grade four, and it's like, hey, you know what, you are the same like a grade two.
Yeah, but you know,
I mean,
my first son, he learned much from the YouTube video, the channel that he
oh,
watched, yeah, such as he can know he can he can remember the colors name by looking at the videos that they frequently watch on the YouTube. They know this is the English term, yeah, without any intervention from me as a parent, yeah.
okay,
So
okay, it's good.
they can learn from the video. So yeah, instead of the bad effect or the negative impact from the YouTube to the generation alpha, but I believe that there is also the positive impact if we can control the how our generation alpha use or utilize this
What
media
about what
as
about
the
his school?
learning.
His school in the
He's,
is it elementary what grade?
he's still in the kindergarten.
Talking the garden,
He's
sorry.
in the kindergarten.
I remember when I
He's
made
in the
up.
kindergarten.
Yeah, I thought I made up. You
He's
know,
6 years old.
wow. Yeah, I remember the first time I met
Yeah,
met
still
up with
under
him. Yeah, it's
kindergarten.
still
Yeah,
small.
but yeah, during this pandemic, we use a WhatsApp video call in the school, not
Video
using the
call,
Zoom video. Yeah, WhatsApp
WhatsApp
video
from.
call for the learning. Yeah, video call from the WhatsApp. So it is limited only for six participants, right, including the
Yes, only
teacher.
six.
So
Only six.
they divide into several groups to have the learning and teaching process
Wow.
for the kindergarten level
Let
caused
me
by this
ask.
pandemic.
Okay, let me ask. Mom. The one who have they have kids. Mom Herman. Mom Herman. What about your
Yes,
kids?
yes, sir.
What about your
Mm.
kids? Your kids, the twins, still elementary, and what kind of learning management they use for?
They are grade 3 and they are
Okay, grade
using
three.
V Smart.
Mm.
It's a locally made
Oh,
LMS for elementary school in the
Oh,
Philippines.
okay.
But it has very limit. I could say that the school is still new in that
Mm. Platform.
practice because of the pandemic, and they have very limited functions so far. They are not
Mm.
using the LMS for examination, but instead they are still using the Google form, Google quiz. So that's one
oh.
funny thing about it. But I think it's because the school itself is still very new to LMS.
Mm.
So it's kind of like video call, like that one, mom, like Zoom.
They are
The platform.
they're using Google Meet for live
Oh, Google Meet.
meetings.
Oh, Google
And
Meet
then they are
for the
using
teleconference.
yes, they are using the vSmart for asynchronous learning.
Oh, okay, for us.
Mm.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, in my experience, my son used this WhatsApp since not all of the parents familiar with Zoom. Yeah, so they use this WhatsApp to share the material and then to share the videos, the recorded videos, and then to conduct the teleconference by using WhatsApp video meetings. Okay. Yeah, I think I will show you wait. This one. This is the paper, yeah, that I showed you before. Actually, this is collaborations between Dr. Satria and Bobby. Bobby is our students, yeah, from undergraduate. And during this time, he is still in the undergraduate program, but currently he is the master program. And I think yeah, few months later, he will graduate as he is recruited as the lecturer in the university in Surabaya in Indonesia. So this is our publications about the Gen Z at that time, and yeah, what motivates us to conduct this research is the trends, yeah, the trends of utilizing the digital learning platforms in supporting the learning and teaching process in the university. And then, yeah, most of them at that time, I think not all the stakeholders, not all the lecturers, as well as the students are familiar by using any learning platform, digital learning platform. So at that time, it is interesting for our case, yeah, especially for our case in our country to explore how the perceive or the perceptions from the students' perspective by when they use this platform, digital platform. And then we use this unified theory acceptance or UTAUT model. I think this is also popular model. Yeah, after TAM, the simple TAM, the technology acceptance model, and this this model UTAUT not only could be used in this LMS or e-learning case, but you can use for the marketing case, for instance, for the technology of e-commerce or e-marketplace or anything, yeah, or the digital financial technology and so on. And then yeah, this is Dr. Yogi. This is actually our learning system, yeah, learning management system in the mobile visualizations. Yeah, I think this is captured from the students interface, yeah, from the students access from the names is my actually this is the one one apps that contains so many functions, not only for the academic functions, but also used for the employee management, the and the other things, yeah, for the research management and so many things there. And then for the UTAUT itself, we use these variables that this construct the performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and physical conditions. So this is the definitions are about each of the factors. I don't want to show more. And this is the model. We have the four hypotheses. Yeah, in this model that is affecting the behavioral intentions. And then these are the hypotheses that we propose. Like I think most of the variables here we propose have the positive impact or positive effects to the behavioral intentions. And yeah, this is the indicators that we use for the questionnaire. And then we use the 5 Likert scale from strongly disagree and until the strongly agree. We use Amos SPSS for the data analysis, and then we use this rule of thumb for the GFI, the NFI, the CFI. For those of you, if you want to know what does GFI mean, NFI mean, just open your Google and then search and then type GFI means or what is definitions of this one. I think These are the rule of thumbs if you conduct the structural equations modeling. And we have 150 respondents. Most of them are females, and the rest are males. And they are coming from the 13 cities, yeah, in Indonesia, so coming from the 13 different universities in Indonesia, so not only from one universities. And then the age range from 17 to 22. And then this is the statistical descriptions result. And let's see here. This is the distributions of the age of the respondent and the device of the respondent that when they use the digital learning. Most of them use the smartphone as the device, and the second one using the laptop. And this is the result, yeah, from each factors, from PE, from effort expectation or EE, SI, FC, and behavioral intentions. And by looking at this model fit result, we see that we meet the minimum requirements, yeah, for the rule of thumbs. And then this is the correlations. So what is the managerial interpretations? Based on this finding, we interpret that the factors of facilitating conditions, or FC, has the strongest path correlation, since the value is 0.3075. And then to improve, yeah, the digital learning is strongly affected by the facility and resources needed to do the digital learning activities. So to improve this factor from the managerial perspective, an easier learning resources system can be developed for further improvement, yeah, especially for the user interface. Okay, and then yeah, the result shows that our model only reveals 33% of the respondents' behavior intentions in using the learning. So perhaps there are still many factors that could influence our respondents, but not figure out in our perspective, or are not visualized in our perspective, such as by adding more factors like yeah, we can utilize the other model, yeah, the factors coming from the other models. Okay, this is the result from our first paper. Or if you have any
I have.
questions or
I have.
anything to discussion here. Okay, yeah, Dr.
uh,
Yogi.
okay. 165. Uh, is it enough? 165, like that one. The respondents.
Oh, actually 150. Yeah, to export. If we use this one, yeah, these variables, the indicators that we use, I think this is also enough, since this journal already accept my result.
Yeah. Okay. So based on the
It
model
is
fit,
proven,
right?
right? Yeah. It is proven,
Based on model
right?
fit, yeah, I know. Yeah, based on
Okay.
the model. Yeah, based on
So
the model fit.
perhaps
Okay.
it's also yeah.
Did you
Actually, if
apply
you want
bootstrap?
to, but no, for this one we
No
don't
need
apply
bootstrap.
the
Oh, okay.
bootstrap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, for the minimum sample that you want to use, there is the formula, yeah. But for these times, I think we forgot to use this one. But we just pick. Well, we only get 150 150 respondents. But when we run and the model gets the
Luckily.
has the good, yeah. Luckily, we
Luckily, it's good.
we get the good result from this running model. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
just go ahead and
Yeah.
then accepted by this journal. Okay.
And then another one, Dr. Rainey,
Yeah.
is it better for us to specify the name of the learning management system? For example, like Blackboard, like we put the name on like that one, or we put it in
Yeah.
a general thing, because
Learning
I have an
management
issue. I
system.
have an issue in that one. Like at this point, it's like, yeah, for example, the model is nice, but I would say that it's actually from different schools, and then like the learning
Mm.
management is actually quite different. So what do you think about that one?
Yeah, I think it depends on your research purpose. Yeah, the
Yeah,
end
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
your research. If you, I think it is also okay since I also have experience write the papers by mentioning the Blackboard. Yeah, the Blackboard learning system as the object. But at that time, I used the Blackboard learning system on NTUST on NTUSD as my case study, and it is normal. So if you want to measure about the satisfaction, the user satisfactions or experience, yeah, by using certain learning management, I think it is still okay if you want to mention about the name or if you want uh, uh, to to set the scope by certain platforms such as Blackboard on at your university or the same Blackboard with the different or various users coming from various schools. Yeah,
Another
the
one, Dr. Annie.
depends on the limitations.
Another one, for example, we know that regression is not for comparison, but for example, we have, for example, we collect, you know what, two different, I would like to say, we create two different models exactly from the,
Mm,
you know what, from student A and student B, you know, the group of student A and the group of, sorry,
mm,
for example, student A, they evaluated two, and we created two different model, two different SEM. So
mm,
what do you think about that one? But you know, I know that, for example, STM is not for comparison. I mean, for example, uh,
mm.
you know, what do you think about that one? Those things. For example, we create two exactly the same model, but it's actually from two different learning management learning system.
Mm. Yeah, actually, we can utilize the multi-group analysis, right? I
Yeah,
think
I know.
yeah,
That's
multi-group
yeah.
analysis.
That's for
We
yeah.
can
Okay. Okay.
apply that one for the multi-group analysis. But for the
Yeah.
real how we conduct this one, maybe later I will show you on my third paper. Yeah, I will show you later here. I
Okay.
think I also have
Okay.
the other papers that use this multi-group to compare between the Taiwanese students and also the Indonesian students from the
Cross
other
tabulation.
papers.
Yeah, that you've done that one. The cross tab.
Yeah, yeah, we run from separately. Yeah, we run the model separately, and then we just compare the results from the model, not not
Okay.
not by implementing the cross calculations.
And then another one, SI is you say approaching significant or what? 0.058.
Sorry.
SI to BI. The SI to BI.
Oh, this one, the
Yes.
SI to BI, 0.
SI SI to BI.
Yeah, SI to BI. You're right.
The p value is 0.058. So what do you say that one? Approaching significant or just you say it's significant or
Almost significant.
yeah, we usually like
Yeah,
become
almost
politicians
significant.
like approaching
Yeah,
significant.
approaching significant. I think we still can say that this is still a significance
Okay.
in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
For other audiences, any questions? I think Mr. Ong, you have questions, right? I think you chat me something.
Yes. Dr. Rennie, I was curious. Did you use Smart PLS or Amos?
Oh, I use Amos
I have most that one.
at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because with
not
few
not.
with few respondents, I think it would be scary to use Smart PLS since the cutoff is higher for the indicators.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the benefit if you use a smart LS, you can use with small data, right? And not so that complicated factors.
Yeah.
But from the other reference that I heard that if we use Amos, yeah, if we use Amos, the result is more. I don't know. Some people say that if you use Amos software compared to the LS, the result is more reliable, yeah, for the acceptance. Yeah, they sometimes they not really trust on the result that is come from the PLS smart PLS software. I don't know why, but yeah, some statistician, yeah, the statistician said that if you have data, yeah, plenty of the data, I think it is better for you to use Amos instead of the same PLS. But I think, yeah, it depends on the model. If you use the moderating, yeah, the moderating effect, I think it's difficult for if you use Amos to measure the moderating effect.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because I remember I was attacked with using Amos.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you remember, right, Dr. Eddie? I think you saw the question of his publication,
Mhm.
because some of the indicators, for example, HTMT and then MSV, right? I think
Mm.
I remember MS.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are actually in Smart PLS, but we actually use Amos, and then they say why don't you use Smart PLS instead of Amos? I was like, no. So what he did, you calculate it manually, right?
Yes, manually.
Yes.
Every
So eventually, we just show Amos, but those indicators, for example, like HTMT and then MSP and how is it that bias? How you call that, Mr. Ong? Bias.
but,
The term
the
that
common method bias.
yeah, common
and
method
then
bias, and common method and so on. So he actually did that one manually. Okay, but anyways, published already. It's fine. Okay, Dr. Eddie, any
It's
other
fine. It's
questions?
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
any
so
other
it's
questions?
lucky if you get the reviewer. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you get the special reviewer, perhaps you will get some major revisions,
Yes.
or even rejected. Yeah, but
Yes.
if you have the light reviewer, I think, yeah, this is not a big problem. So you can just continue for the publication. They can accept for the publication.
Okay. May I ask one more, because some people actually also no, actually I got attacked. I applied UTAUT too, so I put hedonic
Mm.
I put hedonic motivation in that one.
Okay.
So but hedonic
On which
motivation,
case?
learning management system.
Learning management system. What
Yes.
kind of hedonic motivation that you want to be
Yeah,
selected?
I think okay, so that's why you use I abuse
You know.
UTAUT. I mean, two. So not the first one, because the first one is not okay, but I abuse the two. Wait, let me check wait, I forget. It was significant or not? Let me okay wait.
The
Yeah,
hedonic
if it's
motivation.
if it is significant, then I think the oh no, not significant. Sorry. No. Yeah.
Oh.
Hedonic motivation not significant. It's very low. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, Dr. Annie, we can continue. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wait, perhaps yeah, I think for the second paper, I want to show you, and I don't want to show you since this is our collaborations paper. Since if you want to ask about this one, I think Arvin is
Which one?
expert in
Which one?
responding. The sustainability one, yeah, the
Which
determining
one?
factors affecting acceptance e-learning platform during COVID-19 pandemic, integrating extended technology acceptance model and Dylan McLean IS
Okay.
model. No, I
Okay.
don't want to I don't want to show this
It's
since
okay.
we
It's
have
okay.
Arvin Esther,
Yeah.
Arvin Esther and Dylan in here.
It's
Okay,
okay,
so
Dr.
maybe
Rennie.
no. Since you are
Oh
you
no
are the
no.
main person who
You
write this one, right?
any critics regarding that one? We can discuss
Yes,
it here.
any critiques?
If you were the reviewer, let's see, if you were the reviewers, although like we are actually like the other writers. I mean, honestly speaking, like what do you think about that? I want to know, because it's what it's created by senior high school, at the beginning, and then okay, what do you think about the model first, the construct?
Yeah, but Yeah, as if I were the reviewer, I still if I only see the result of the model, yeah, and how these authors write the result of the paper and the case here, I think everything is understandable. So there is no problem. There is no issue, no main issue for this
Yeah,
one. So it is,
Dr.
yeah.
Rennie.
So yeah, of course, since my name is also included in this.
Yeah, I know, but
No. But yeah, I think that this is acceptable for the public
for
publications.
I think for the writing, I think Mr. Ong is very yeah, honestly he's
Yeah,
actually
no
really
doubt.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, no
no
doubt.
doubt. For the
Yeah,
for
for
the
this.
writing, I know he's still like the same. You
Mm,
know, for example, Yoshiki Kurata, you know, the way they write is
mm,
actually pretty nice. You know, but
mm.
the model, may I ask, Dr. Reddy, is that really acceptable? The
Yeah,
framework.
acceptable. Yeah,
I,
the framework still yeah, you want to make sure about the success implementations from platform, yeah, from the e-learning platform. I think it is suitable if
this
you
one,
uh use the Dallon McLean IS success model and you integrate it with the expert technology acceptance model. Yeah.
this one. So
Yeah,
but
the
yeah,
model.
but yeah, but honestly speaking, should we open this one, Dr. Ong? Dr. Ong, Mr. Ong, okay. I
Um, um,
this one actually you know, Dr. Eddie, you know, at the beginning because we
Mm,
actually at the beginning we integrated Delon McLean and
mm,
extended TAM.
mm,
It's actually more complicated than that one, but
mm.
at some point the model would not run. It was too complex, right, Artin? Still
yeah, it
remember this
was
one?
too complex. Yeah.
Yeah, it was too complex until that and then we could not even run it anymore, so we cut until we got this one, but yeah, we only cut and then
So
yeah,
originally the model doesn't like this, right?
no,
Isn't like
the
this
model,
It's
no,
originally. More
bigger,
complicated,
it's bigger.
bigger, a lot
Yeah.
of factors, variables
Yeah.
that you use.
but now I realize that you know, if we have so big, so many factors and so on, it does not mean it gets better. No, I mean, like
Mm.
no, I realized that you know, if we would like to put everything that is so big, you know,
Yeah.
and then like it will at the beginning it was very weird, like Artin, like this one, it's uh
Yeah.
actually at the
Mm.
beginning we were kind of like
I
so
think this is also
ambitious, yeah,
normal.
yeah,
Yeah, it is also normal. But yeah, you see that you already use this seven variables for
three, four,
your
five,
research
six.
model. It is enough for the journal
Yeah,
publications. That's why
yes,
this is accepted in this
yeah, after
Q1 journal.
yeah, after that, actually, I realized, you know, at the beginning, I thought like, oh, the more the better. At the beginning, it was 14, I think, I remember. I think at the beginning, 14
Well,
lat,
around 16.
16, yeah,
14
16.
16,
variables.
Yeah,
16, 16,
variables.
16.
16.
Yeah, fortunately, you just only use half of those variables, not the whole.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
you can create another versions of the paper. Yeah, so you divide the model onto two, and you will have minimum two versions of the papers, and you get accepted for both. Yeah. Did you run from the other half of the models? Yeah, the variables,
Mr.
Arvin,
Ong,
for this
next week,
one.
can I ask?
No, no,
Or
Since
no.
Yoshiki
you
Kurata?
already, yeah.
Yoshiki, can I make you the
Sir,
victim of, can I make you the victim of this one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the journal, I think seven or six variables, or
Yeah, accept.
maximum eight variables. I think it's enough for the journal
Yeah,
standard. Not more than that. Yeah. Sayang sekali. Sayang sekali itu pasti
very unfortunate. Yeah, like
nggak
I
tahu.
don't know.
Yeah,
It's
unfortunately.
yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, there's
you
so many
still have,
issues. Too
yeah,
many
you
issues,
still
right?
have
Yeah, yeah.
the probability to create another versions. Why? If you can write on two versions of the papers, why you only write it in one version of paper? I think it's not so economical economical benefit.
Another
Yeah.
thing, another thing is actually that I remember like my advisor told me like it does not mean that the more latent variable the better. I mean, if it's too much, I mean too many issues that you discuss, people get
Yeah, it
confused.
will.
People get
Yes.
confused. What do you want to say?
Yes.
Yeah, in the paper. So that's why like since then, I mean since that paper now I learned like, oh okay, so that's
Yeah, not that too
Yeah.
simple, but not that too
Yeah.
complicated.
yes.
Just
yes.
and the moderate, the moderate way.
Okay,
Okay,
Dr.
so
Aini,
I will not
you can
show.
continue. Yeah.
I will not show. Yeah, I will not show for the Dr. Om's candidate paper. So I will just jump to my next paper. Okay. Let me show you this one. Yeah, so this is the paper that I want to show you, that determinants of student intention to continue using online private tutoring. We use the expectations confirmation model or ECM approach. And this paper published on the Technology, Knowledge and Learning journal. Yeah,
Nice journal.
yeah, the Q1 journal here. And we share about the online private tutoring platform, and we use this ECM model, and we also got the 150 students. Yeah, these 150 students across Indonesia. So we did this doesn't only come from one locations or one institutions here. So this is the model for expectation confirmatory model. We have four variables. Yeah, you see, we only use these four variables, and we also get accepted in this journal.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now I
we
learned
have the.
something.
So yeah, it depends on how you write your findings. Yeah, from the model, not specifically influenced by how many variables that you use. And from this model, we use the perceived usefulness, the expectations, confirmations of online private tutoring, the satisfactions, and the continuance intentions itself. So we have 5 hypotheses in here. Yeah, I think this is also the similar. There is a demography for the female, and most of the respondents are female. And then we use the 5 Likert scale point, and also yeah, this SEM, yeah, the structural equation modeling is my research expertise, yeah, in here. So that's why all of my expertise mostly use this SEM as the method. And then this is the result, yeah, from the model. As you see that the hypothesis between the perceived usefulness and the confirmations, the CI in here, continuous intentions, is rejected. So let's see on the paper why it is rejected, since the value, yeah, the value doesn't meet the minimum requirement here. And then this is the findings from this paper.
Can I see again, Dr. Reni? Sorry, PU to PU
PU
to
to CI.
CI.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
because it's not useful.
continuous.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Continuous intention is written. So our respondents said that useful the online private I don't know whether the features provided that makes them feels this is unuseful for to continue the usage again, yeah, in here.
Which platform?
So
Not specific.
not specific platform,
Okay.
actually this one.
Okay.
Yeah, actually this is the famous, sorry, this is the famous online tutoring, yeah, in our country. That
Ruang Guru. You mean?
Ruang Guru, yeah, this
Okay.
is
Okay.
the
Okay.
Ruang Guru. Okay. And yeah, let me show you for the paper. Wait, I will stop this one.
But it's the best, you know, in here. Everybody uses that one. I don't know, like
Yeah,
and
so many students. But I don't know. Perhaps yeah. This only 150 among those thousands users. I believe, yeah, in here.
or million
Uh,
perhaps. Sorry,
yeah.
everybody uses that. Yeah.
Wait. Which one? For this papers. Oh, yeah. I think this one. Expectations confirmatory. Okay. I will show you this paper. I don't know why this file I just download from the internet and this file couldn't be edited or highlight or something. So this is the paper, yeah, coming from the Technology, Knowledge and Learning Journal. Actually, this is new, yeah, our new publications just accepted on last June, yeah, this year. And
Springer, right?
yeah, this is
Okay.
coming from the Springer
Okay.
publishers. And this one, I don't know, the number of the respondents, yeah, we got 150 students, and then we have 5 proposed hypotheses to be tested, and the result say that the acceptance of most hypotheses, yeah, most our proposed hypothesis, except for one hypothesis. And it is confirmed that the perceived usefulness is revealed to have more substantial relationship, but perceived usefulness is revealed to be significant predictor for continuous intentions with the mediation of satisfactions. And these insights can help the online private tutoring providers improve the service, especially for the public educations, to narrow the gap between the advancement. I don't know why this I think this is like the technical issue when publishing this manuscript. Yeah, so it should be there is no this dash lines in here. Okay. Everything I will show you the this one. Yeah, the age. Yeah, for our respondent demography. This is the durations. Yeah, actually, this is the durations, the period when they use the online private tutoring. Uh, Most of them have the experience in using this online private tutoring for 1 until 2 years. Yeah, but and rest of them from less than 1 year or 2 until 3 years and less than um, more than 3 years in here. And then the motivations, yeah, most of them set the high quality contents that motivate them to use this online private tutoring. And then from this perspective, yeah, the supplementary learning materials that motivates them mostly to use this online private tutoring. And this is the instrument development. We have several variables, yeah, factors in here: perceived usefulness, satisfactions, confirmations, and the continuous intention. The continuous intention itself. And
How was the
then,
reviewing process?
hmm?
How was the reviewing process?
uh,
How many reviewers, and were that harsh?
uh,
Because
I don't know since the
this
rest
is
the
SCI
correct,
journal, so Q1, so
yeah.
it's difficult. Yeah. How is that the review process, Dr. Rainy?
Actually, I don't really give attentions for the reviewer since the corresponding authors for this one is Dr. Satria. Perhaps Dr. Satria, is he still
Dr.
here?
Satria,
Can
you were in the same
is he
house.
still here? Do you still
Hello.
I
remember
mean,
how about the review process from this one?
Yeah, the review process takes 3 iterations. The first one is the
Okay.
major revision,
Three
and then
iterations.
is the additional. So we have to calculate again for the percentage, the descriptive statistic that the reviewer asking, and then the last one is to finish polishing the overall manuscript. Yeah, 3 times
it
and
difficult.
1.5 years worth of publication.
1.5.
We forgot newspaper is exist.
Wow, that's a
1.5
long
years.
time.
Yeah, 1.5 years.
That's long. 1.5. Usually like
Waiting.
yeah, 1.5 years is actually quite yeah, tough, for this one. Okay. Oh, Maela, since you use the expectations confirmation theory for your secret, do you have any questions?
Yes, for Palawan.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any questions? Maela is my PhD advisor. Okay. She also has one paper, and the paper is actually waiting decision. So we don't know what will happen. I think we will get it very soon. The result of her first SCI paper.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then she also utilized expectation confirmation theory. Do you have any questions, Maela?
I don't think I have question. I have a question for now.
Okay. Okay. So no questions regarding that one. Okay.
Mhm.
So Artvin, or other?
None on my end.
Okay. But perhaps everyone can read this one, and if you have things, to discuss later, you can connect with Dr. Yogi on Dr. Satya as the lecturer in here. But yeah, mostly perhaps that I want to share that most of the research in here involves the students, all the stakeholders as the subjects or as the respondents. And the method that we use for this online learning management system platform or the e-learning platform, mostly we use the quantitative method. Yeah, we can use this structural equation modeling. Yeah, from the perspective, the user's perspective, but still less research, I think. Yeah, so few research on that use, as I said to you in the beginning of the sessions, still not many research use the subjects coming from the instructor perspective or from the lecturer perspective. I think this is also the opportunity if you are interested to explore the research that is talk about this LMS area or e-learning area. And yeah, Dr. Yogi can explain this one. And also, perhaps we also can combine with the other theory, especially theory that is common used in the information system area, like what Arvin create undergraduate students or senior high school students,
Senior high
and
school, that one.
senior high school students, Delon McLean and the extended technology acceptance model, and or perhaps you use the past technology fit, to explore this case, or you use the theory of self-determinations. So you measure about their capabilities, their skills in becoming familiar with certain applications, or you use like the surf wall, but not only the surf wall method, you can combine with the other to explore the aspect that you want to measure in your research. And make sure that there is contributions. Yeah, there is the contributions that you can offer, so the reviewer, so the editor will will appreciate, yeah, will appreciate what you're finding on what your works with these journals. Since the research in this area, you see, you can find on several journals are so many, yeah, and they utilize the different models, they utilize the different case, different country as the case study, but not only enough with different countries, but you also need to highlight or to point out what kind of variable or model that you offer as your contributions. But overall, the other things, yeah, the other key concepts, if we want to get accepted from the Joseph, how we write, yeah, how we write the findings of our research onto the manuscript, how we use the language, how we use the definitions, or how we uh, highlight the most critical findings that we can show to the academic perspective, or to the theory, existing theory of that. Yeah, perhaps I think that's my additional. And one thing, Dr. Yogi, it is also important, since our current learning management system, yeah, most of the platform of LMS still cannot accommodate and facilitate the needs of the academicians for the experiments. Like I said, from the construction experiment, from the mechanical experiments, or from the environmental engineering. Yeah, that's why the comments of your reviewer, yeah, from your students' publications manuscript, even though
Maricar,
it
you
get
mean?
yeah, Marika,
Maricar, yeah,
yeah,
Maricar actually.
yeah,
But eventually, we thank you so much,
yeah,
Dr. Rainey, because of your comments. Actually, it got accepted because of I mean, exactly right. All the questions that you asked is actually exactly the same
yeah.
thing like being asked by
The
the
same thing.
the same
I
thing
think
by the
that's
reviewers. Yeah.
that's the issue. I think that's the
Yes.
issue
Yes.
that's still not accommodated by the features or the technology of our current LMS. Perhaps if you have the expertise in designing the software, you can make the prototype or the design how this LMS platform could be developed, yeah, to accommodate the needs for the real experiments. Or like I said that is it possible if we use the technology of augmented reality, or yeah, the similar things, yeah, to accommodate these needs? I don't know, yeah, if for those of you who are experts in this one, perhaps they have the possibility, yeah, to integrate or to combine with the existing learning management system technology. Yeah, I think there is, and also I think if you want to take a look, yeah, in more detail, there are many theories related to the information system. Yeah, but in information system is relevant to the technology or the technology acceptance. If you have chance, just go to the website, theorize it, yeah, theorize it. You can find many different theories that you can combine, yeah, or perhaps you can try to use expert. Some of the theories are not really provide a good explanations about how we can use, but maybe it is the opportunity if you want to let's say that if you want to prove in the research, yeah, in the real research in your case study. Yeah, I think that's all from me, Dr. Yogi.
Wow, what a happy,
Sorry
you know,
for for the
I've learned so many things
limitations.
actually. Actually, It's
Yeah.
supposed to be the PhD students. Also like, but now actually I'm learning so many things from you regarding the learning management system. How may I ask, how did you get the idea from the online tutoring? I think that idea itself is already beautiful. I mean, online tutoring. I mean, you conducted that one before the COVID, right?
Yeah, yeah. Since in our media, in our electronic medias, specifically in the advertising, yeah, I think the advertisement about this online tutoring platform is very massive, yeah. And then you see, yeah, one specific TV channel talks about or promote about this
Yes,
online
yes,
tutor platform for
yes,
about 1 hour. Yeah, yeah. Just
yes,
imagine every day we see that,
yeah.
and I see that yeah, there are so many good response, yeah, from the parents, yeah, since this is the market segments are for the elementary schools or for the junior high school and the senior high school, yeah, but most of them coming from the elementary school students and the junior high school students. So the parents are very interested to use this your platform, and that's why it is interesting. Why don't we measure about their satisfactions to use this one, since this online platform learning is new, yeah, we can say that this is still new in our country. So does the features already satisfy them, or there are some things that could be developed for further uh, development, yeah, to increase the functions or the quality or the performance of the platform itself at that
Wow.
time.
Okay.
Since, yeah, if we talk about the system, the technology, just let's see what kind of technology that currently become popular. So I think this is also this is we can use this as the object of our case study. Let's see, just in your environment, yeah, in or perhaps on your school, on your works, and one thing, Dr. Yogi, I think it's also interesting if we could conduct the similar research, yeah, about this, the implementations of learning management system inside the corporate, not inside the academic, yeah, in the corporate. So the subjects will be the employee that use I believe that some of the companies use this LMS as their knowledge management system, or as the medium that they use to
That's
provide
us.
the online training, yeah, online training or something, yeah, but
Okay.
not in the academic field, or
Let
not
me ask.
in the academic things, but for the corporate.
Okay. Sir Arfing Abela. Sir Arfing Abela.
Yes, Doc
Uh,
Yogi, good evening.
Good evening. Did you use something like in your the power plan, like something like learning management? You learn something like
Yeah,
online like
for
that
your
one?
training,
Mm,
perhaps.
No, I never heard of it in our power
No.
plant,
Okay.
but
Oh,
we keep on
okay.
hiring people just to provide us training. But for the learning management system, I think we don't have it.
So
Okay.
the
Okay.
training activity is conducted offline, not
Face to yeah.
online, or perhaps there is a need for the specific kind of training that uh, could be uh, could be utilized by using online platform.
Yes, Doc. I think Doc Yogi for the learning management or for the online learning, especially for keeping the computer-based training with regards to safety. I think I think it's the best application because it will be applicable to every industry, not just in power plant.
Yeah, or
Okay.
if in the company use certain knowledge management system apps, I think it is also applicable as the case study, the knowledge management system. I think the functions is similar with this learning management system, yeah, since this platform of KMS, knowledge management system, usually used for sharing the knowledge between the organizational Marsolis or organizational members, yeah, based on their experience, yeah, by responding any complaint, for instance. So this knowledge we can be used by the other group members or companies member to solve or to respond the same thing if they face the similar conditions. Yeah. Yeah, if you have experience with knowledge management system, I think this is also can be used uh, as the topic, yeah, as the objects of your research. Or if you, I don't know, if there is the difference between the culture, between like the company, big company or small SMEs company, or I don't know, the technology that they use. Or perhaps you want to use the satisfaction using certain application like ERP, yeah, ERP based technologies, software system, or SAP. I don't know. Even though we know that these two applications, yeah, these two systems are well defined, well conducted or well designed, yeah, for the use in the company.
Okay. Wow. So many nice
Thank you,
research
doctor. Thank you,
directions.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many nice research direction, either the faculties, either the learning management system in the companies, either like
Mm,
the new you know learning platform. Like, wow, so many things that I
mm.
learned from today. Okay, so any other questions? Oh, it's
Doc, I have
been
a question.
okay. Yes, Sir De La Cruz.
Doc Rennie, good
Yeah.
evening.
Hello.
Thank you for
Good
the
evening.
presentation. What is the protocol or the procedure in your university regarding cheating? And are there any studies for those types?
Cheating.
Cheating, yes. For this
Online,
Okay.
LMS, during
online.
Online
yes,
cheating.
online exams like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. I think this is also interesting since our learning management system still not really accommodate these conditions, but we have the other platform that could be used to prevent this cheating, called Safe Exam Browser. Yeah, Safe Exam Browser. So when you want to conduct some examinations, some lecturers, some teachers will ask or will require the students to install these Safe Exam browsers to avoid them to open the other resource, especially from the Google. So they only, yes, Safe Exam browser. So they can only open the link for the for the for the exams itself. Yeah, but this also not a guarantee about the cheatings coming from the mobile phones. Yeah, if they use the laptop, but perhaps, yeah, when they show the camera, yeah, the show camera, they only show the keyboards from their laptop or from their computer. But I think the students, yeah, they also they also smart, yeah, by perhaps hiding their smartphone too, so they can open. But in our experience, yeah, to avoid that conditions, so we require the students to open two camera. So the camera coming from the laptop, and they also need to on the camera from their smartphone. So the camera from their smartphone must show the presence of the body, yeah, from their body, and then the camera from the laptop to show the face of the student itself. But the camera from the smartphone needs to show the environment, yeah, the working environment, like your laptop must be exist, and what are around your laptop, your working area. So we use double device to avoid this, but I think this is not effective. Yeah, it is also pure. Yeah, it's so sad for the students who have the limited internet connections. Yeah, since they need to provide these two things. Yeah, perhaps for the features in the learning management system can be designed to respond for this condition. But this is interesting. Yeah, this is also could be used as another research direction for this one, cheating. Uh, some students already conduct the research about the cheating behavior for the students. And it is also my students, but not under my supervisions, but from the other supervisions. Uh, he measures about the cheating behavior among the students, especially when they use the smartphone. Usually coming from the smartphone, not
The
coming from the
framework
laptop.
is the framework is no,
I don't know.
you cannot say
I don't know.
that. It's somebody's research.
Yeah. It's somebody research. Perhaps if you want to explore about
Oh,
this one,
okay.
I think the cheating, the online cheating, yeah, the digital cheating.
Oops, Dr. Satria mentioned it. It's okay. Okay. It's
Protection
okay.
motivation theory. Okay.
Oh, Sir De La Cruz, I have one suggestion for you. You know what? Usually I don't but glad I only teach MS courses and PhD courses. Usually I don't do like those kind of exam because all my exam is actually one research publication, so you cannot cheat.
Yeah.
You cannot cheat.
Another alternative, yeah.
That's another
alternative.
alternative. The way I measure, the way I measure how they understand in a certain topic. So create one paper.
Yeah, and I think many teachers just require the students to conduct the project, yeah, the group project. So they use or they choose, they pick a certain case study, and then they make the analysis by surveying the data, collecting the data, and do some analysis about the data that they got. So the findings and the result will be different between the groups that we have divided on them. Yeah, this is the another alternative. Yeah,
Yes.
If we don't want to use the online exam like the multiple choice exam or the exam by using the browsers, yeah, any browsers technology.
But even so, Dr. Reni, if you teach a basic engineering courses, I think most of the exams is going to be like that one, or most of the, it's like calculus, linear algebra, and so on. I mean,
Yeah.
those are the subjects, at least medium on the medium level or up to the graduate level. Usually we can conduct something like that one. But if it's like basic courses, usually like statistics, still we have to calculate, and then multiple choice,
Yes.
still
Yes,
not all
multiple
courses
choice.
actually can we
And
can
also
do it,
for the managerial, management courses also still use this one, to test their understanding about certain theories or some theories that is delivered by the lecturers in the previous meetings. But yeah, I think now for those exams, those kinds of exam like the multiple choice or essay exams, usually administered for the midterm, but for the final, they will be required for the projects. Yeah, the final projects, the big projects in the groups, not individual. So that's the way that we can obtain the score. Yeah, the scoring for the students.
Thank
Okay.
you, Doc. You really have to be creative in your exams sometimes,
Yes.
especially if every term you have to change. You have to use any method that you can. Let's say you have a set number, then set A, set B, set C, up to all the alphabets.
That's the really important list on the instructor. So the instructor needs to provide those various versions of the exam, right? That's
Yes,
the
because
import. Big
because
import.
after the exam, usually you can see it somewhere in, let's say, Facebook or the groups, group chats of the students, your problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try, Sir De La Cruz, exam, one conference paper or one journal. They will not, they cannot do it, They cannot do it, although dual camera and so on. It's okay, for me.
Yeah, but for the master
Yeah.
students, yeah,
Yeah, for
for
master
the
is
master
okay. But for
students,
BS, not all courses.
okay. Yeah, not of course it's for the BS. But for the master student, usually
Yeah.
we direct the students to create the manuscript, yeah, as
Yes. Real case. Real case, yeah.
yeah, the manuscript as the output from certain course.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Wow, it's been 2 hours, Dr. Eddie. We talk.
I think it's enough, Dr. Yogi.
Yes. Okay. So any.
It's already too late for the Philippines, yeah.
Yeah,
In the
it's
Philippines,
time.
I
Yeah.
think it's already
9:30.
9:30. Yeah, 9:30.
Okay. So any last questions, everyone?
One comment on the LMS for companies.
Okay.
I think there are some companies like I believe Slumberjay. They have their own. It's not full LMS, but a little bit of combination of documents control and then an examination. So you can do it online, and then it's self-face. So you have your facing. Let's say you're in the field, you can take the examination, and then if on your base off, you can actually take it. So
Yeah.
there are some
As long,
companies like that.
okay, as long as they use certain technology to support the learning or any activities in the sharing, document sharing or knowledge sharing, I think we can also use this as the case study to measure about the success implementations for those applications or perhaps the perceptions from the user, the satisfactions perceptions from the users. If there are some things to improve from the features of the applications, or yeah, many things that we can propose based on the research that we conduct with this case. I think it's also possible to be used as the case study for that kind of applications or system applications. But you see that most of the papers, yeah, most of the papers discuss about learning management system, talks about the users, students' perspective, yeah. Not many talk about the instructor perspective or even in the corporate, in the company.
Last question, perhaps for Sir De La Cruz and Sir Ang, because two of them are actually from mechanical engineering. So
Okay.
So may I ask how you teach the experimental courses? If there is experiment, may I know how Sir Ang, perhaps do you have any
Yes,
courses related to the experiment?
yes, sir. I'm handling experiment. We are doing three. In my case, I handling plant visit. So we do the virtual plant tour. It is a 360 view. I think we already, Doc March, our dean, already done one for our laboratory. It is a virtual walkthrough with some interactive information inside. This is done by our dean. And then the other one is from my end, I got some facility tour for automotive, which is also a 360-degree walkthrough. And then in my laboratory, in mechatronics, we do the virtual laboratory. One is they have to enter a virtual online platform. Then they will to do their own experiment, and then they have to run it simulation inside the experiment, and everything will be recorded and to be submitted to me. Then the third one, I think, is the OJT. We also use a lot of virtual softwares for the different OJTs, because we have the VIP, the virtual internship program with this different companies, especially in Japan. They do use some online platform given to some of our students in mechanical because it is much difficult. Some of the company also have already reached the augmented reality, especially in the welding side. But that is software is very costly. It costs 1 million. but that is sponsored by the Japanese company. But not all OJT have experienced the virtual internships. So we have the alternative learning activities like that what mentioned by Dr. Yogi. We asked them to do some researches. Those who have unfortunately have a low-cost company, so they cannot afford augmented reality or virtual reality. We call it AX and BX experiences. But not every OJT have the same experience. So that is our setup for today in the mechanical engineering. Yes, sir.
Wow. Sir, there are so many nice topics there. I think if we can collect the data collection from the ME mechanical engineering students during the on-job training, virtual laboratory. Oh, you can publish nice papers, but I don't know if that one is a PhD in mechanical engineering. But
Collaboration.
yes,
I will collab with our Dean and Dean De La Cruz.
I think IE people, we are ready to, we are ready to
I'm here. I'm willing.
Oh.
I volunteer you.
Yeah, Ma'am Gumasing, don't you like that topic? That topic is not ganda, that's beautiful. The topic.
Oh yes, Ma'am Gumasing. Ma'am Gumasing is already collaborating with some of our mechanical engineering students. Ma'am, you can ask ME student to collaborate with you, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, Ma'am Gumasing, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't have audio earlier, sorry.
So, this is nice topic. ME.
Yes. Okay, after the wearable chair.
After those papers, you can conduct.
For the topic. We'll finish the wearable chair first.
Okay. And then let's see what was that. Okay, the faculties. So Estember, Mabores, we can collaborate, with the ME, it's a very nice market there. And then okay. Let me stop the recording first.